Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Matthew Bacheris. This is my corn snakes bioactive terrarium. I've added a lot to this thing. This video is going to go over springtails. If you're going to do a bioactive terrarium for your geckos, spiders, snakes, lizards, anything like that, that takes a terrarium like this, I would highly suggest getting springtails and isopods. But I also did earthworms, so this video is for springtails. In the bottom of here, you can see all the springtails eating the mold, if there is any. You can see leaves, broken up leaves, bamboo is those branches there. That's all bamboo. It's all biodegradables for the bioactive terrarium. And then I took some lettuce and I threw it in there, some green lettuce, and it's actually causing mold, which then obviously feeds the springtails. So you can see hundreds, if not thousands of them crawling around and eating all the bad stuff, mold and fungi. So these are a must in your bioactive terrarium. If you can see all of these dark brown spots, here's some here, all of this here, all of those dark brown spots, that's actually fecal matter from the earthworms. And once they eat the biodegradables, leaves, bamboo, anything else that's a biodegradable, it goes through the earthworm's intestinal tract and they poop it out, causing brown poop, darker brown poop than the actual dirt, which the lighter dirt you can see here and up here, and then the dark brown stuff is their poop. So that puts nutrients back into the soil for the plants. You can see even more here. Earthworm poop. So they're pretty much everywhere inside there. Thousands upon thousands of springtails and isopods and earthworms. Obviously the earthworms and the isopods, they're really hard to see. Let's see on this side. Oh, there's an earthworm. That's the front. And then back here is the back. That's the part where they poop. Here you can see more springtails. I threw like maybe a spoonful or two in this terrarium when I first set it up back in September, October. And it's now November. And you can see how fast springtails populate. The isopods that I got are the Florida Fast, so I can never see them in here. I know I have them, I just don't see them because they're extremely fast isopods. So that is a snake plant. I got another tropical plant back in there. You got leaf matter that I got. Vine, a nerve plant, a pothos. You got the arrowhead plant. I got another pothos right there. And then in the back, I got another tropical plant in the back corner. I got another pothos right here in a glass jar in fresh water. It's already starting to root. So once these root more, I plant them in the terrarium. So I got that growing. And then over here are my springtails cultures. I got two here. Obviously, this is your all famous Josh's Frogs. This is my starter culture. This is the culture that I started with. I got some yeast in there, which then causes mold. And then they eat the mold. Thousands upon thousands. But this one here, so what I did is I took a very little small amount of springtails and I threw them in here in this little Tupperware container. Right now I have it open. Now this actually stinks because I just got done sprinkling some yeast in here the other day. So it's pretty fresh and raw, so be wary. Well, you won't smell it, I will. But once I lift up this lid, I don't want them to jump out. I get some air in there, oxygen, CO2, and it gets them skirmish. So here you go. You can still see some right there, there, and over here some of the yeast. So they love it. Look, you can see how many springtails I have in this culture. I might even take some out of this and start another culture. I don't know what the rule is on springtails. If you can have too many in the same container, I don't know. I'm not a springtail professional here, but I guess I'm doing something right if there's this many springtails. I have so many springtails, it's starting to look like snow. And then this is charcoal. And then obviously in the bottom I have the water. I put water in here because you need to create the moisture to create the mold. They're called springtails because their tail goes underneath their abdomen, underneath their belly, and then it releases and springs them up in the air. I have so many springtails, I can start selling them. Look at all these. It's almost look like rice, jumping rice. So that's actually my biggest culture of springtails. This is the one that I started off with. You can see some in the side there, and then obviously there's water in there. And then this is from Josh's Frogs. So I keep these guys in there. Then I started another one, which are thousands of them. So that's my springtail culture. Very seldom I see the isopods. The isopods that I went with is the Florida fast, so they always hide. And then if you do see them, or if you try looking for them, they know that you're coming, so they just run and hide. So I can hardly ever see them. There's even some of my snakes shed that they'll actually eat. Well, the isopods and the earthworms will probably eat that. Springtails don't. Leaf matter. I got a lot of leaf matter in here. I even got some moss. So if you're going to do a bioactive terrarium, I highly suggest getting springtails. And I just got done watching a video on YouTube of a guy saying if you have springtails in your garden, use these tricks to get rid of them and kill them. I don't know why you would want to kill them. They actually eat mold and fungi. And if you're curious about the terrarium that I got, it is a 24 by 18 deep by 36 high Carolina custom cages. It's for my corn snake, baby corn snake. When I first got him back in September from Texas, he was 11 inches. I just got done measuring his shed. He now measures 22 inches. So he basically doubled in size in just a few months. He is now 4 months old. So now I got him on 2 frozen to thawed pinkies. I have this 5% UVB bulb up top. And then I also have the LED light. And then I also have my Arlo security camera up there that I can keep an eye on my corn snake while I'm at work or if I'm on the go. So hopefully these pothos starts vining. And then obviously the arrowhead will start vining. This actually grew pretty big. And I got all this plants, dirt, substrate, and everything from the Bio Dude, which is down in Texas. He creates a bioactive terrarium for your species of reptile. I went to PetSmart and got these lizard hammocks so that my snake can just chill up there, and I put some sphagnum moss up top. So what he does is he likes to crawl up on the branches, go on the lizard hammocks, and actually go underneath that sphagnum moss. It's dry sphagnum moss, and he hides, and then he basically basks underneath the UVB bulb. So he likes that. And then also I have a bark flat right there in the back. He likes to curl up on that. Temperature gauge, I just threw that in there for shits and giggles. But in reality, I have the jump start under the tank heater, and then with the Bio Dude's temperature and humidity gauge. And if the moisture and the humidity gets too high, I actually went and bought a mini dehumidifier. So I went a little crazy. And I do mist it with water, with my water mister, which is I use distilled water. And that's pretty much it. That's my corn snake. He just got done eating on Friday night 2 frozen to thawed pinkies. So right now it's the 24th of November. It's Sunday. So my corn snake is hiding. He basically hides after he eats on Friday night. He'll hide probably until Tuesday. No lie. What he does is he goes down into underneath. There's a big bark flat in the back, which then faces down on top of the heat mat. He actually goes underneath there and hides for days to help digest the 2 frozen to thawed pinkies. And usually around Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on, up until Friday, his next feeding, that's when he usually comes out and he's crawling around all over the place, just waiting until Friday night for his next meal. So this video was specifically for springtails. I highly suggest springtails for your bioactive terrarium. It keeps the odors, mold, and fungi down, if not doesn't exist at all, because of the springtails. They feed on it. It's like putting an air freshener in your car, but this is the live version. These are springtails which eat the fungi and mold, which then keeps the odors down. So they're live air fresheners. That's another way of saying it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I suggest springtails and isopods. Earthworms, you don't really have to do earthworms. I decided to do earthworms because I wanted a little bit more aeration in the dirt. So with these big, massive earthworms, they leave big gouging gaps in the dirt. It's really hard to see on camera, but right here, there are big voids in the dirt. So there's space between the dirt and the glass. So they're all over the place. So these earthworms leave big gouging gaps in the dirt, which then aerates the soil, which then in return adds oxygen and everything to the soil for the plants. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you guys want to see another video of the snake, see him slithering around, let me know. And I'll see if I can get him on camera. He usually hides a lot. So that's why I have my Arlo security camera in there. That's basically the only way I can record him secretly. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.